and welcome to a new video, and we'll be talking to you about disappointing products today. And that's mainly because, you know, I try out quite a few makeup and beauty products, and not everything I try I truly love, and I just thought I'd show you 10 items that I don't feel very fussed about, to be honest. It could very well be that these are some of your favorite products. I don't mean to discredit you in any way. It just means that we differ from opinion. Also, the brands that I'm about to show you doesn't mean that I don't like the brand or anything like that. Some of the products in here I will continue to use until they run out. There was just something about it that made me go like, that could have been better. So without further ado, let's get to the products. So I have two beauty products first, and the first one is this Inecto Argan Shampoo Super Shine whatever. This, I don't know if you can hear that, but this is the most liquidy shampoo I've ever come across, and this does absolutely nothing for my hair. I've used it for 2 or 3 weeks straight. It takes a lot of product to even do anything for my hair. And then what it does, I don't feel is very effective. I don't really feel it cleans my hair, but yet it gives me that really like squeaky, like my hair feels kind of like squeaky clean after using this, but it doesn't feel very clean. It just feels like it doesn't really do much at all. The other beauty product I'd like to show you is this Mitchum Advanced Control Unscented Antiperspirant Deodorant. I'm not going to open this for you because it looks a little bit gross, and that's exactly the downside of this product. This is a good deodorant, but I don't feel it does anything extra from the Nivea like stick deodorants that I usually use. I just bought this to try it out. It has like a soapy stick inside, and what I find this does is that it sort of like breaks down, and it's just a very messy product to use. I have mostly disappointing makeup products because that's what I like to test out the most, I guess. And the first thing is this foundation by L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation. Fights Makeup Meltdown. So there's a matte version of this, and this is supposed to be the more nourishing variety for more drier skin types. I got this in the shade 120 Vanilla, and it looks okay in the bottle, but the shade of this is so dark, and I feel that it becomes darker on my skin as the day wears on. It makes me it turns a tinge orange. It's also very yellow toned. And the one shade down, there's only one lighter shade, which is Porcelain, looked almost white in the bottle, so I didn't pick that up. But I think I may have to pick that up so I can mix the two to get my perfect shade. And since this entire line of foundations isn't available in the Netherlands, I'm gonna have to wait until I get to the UK or another European country until I can actually pick up a lighter shade, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, this just isn't my favorite foundation. Another face product then are these two banana powders. I only have two. These are the two I have. I have one by Makeup Studio and one by W7. So one a bit more high-end, one a little bit more budget-proof. Not too long ago, banana powders were everywhere. Everybody's raving about them, so I thought I'd try it. If you're my skin tone, don't try banana powder at all. It's just too dark and too yellow. So these were just a little bit too dark for me. They didn't highlight anything on my face, which is why people say you should use a banana powder, but this is just not a type of product that works if you have a very light skin tone. Moving on to eyes, the first eye product that I have are these eyeshadows by Catrice. They look absolutely lovely in the pan, especially this blue shade, but I find that these blend out very difficultly. It's like you can pack them on and get the color payoff, but then when you start blending them out, they become very patchy, especially this blue one. The shimmery shades, like these super shimmery shades, are a bit more okay, but they're so intensely shimmery that I find they only look nice on me if I apply them to my inner corner, and that's about it. So these aren't my favorite. Then I have this Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette by e.l.f. The reason, again, why I don't like this is because I find that these shades don't blend out very well. I mean, the concept of this is great. It's all matte shades. It's a very affordable price point as well. I used this in a first impressions video, and to be quite honest, when I did that video, I was so underwhelmed with this that I haven't used it since. Perhaps I need to give it more of a whirl, but yeah, the blendability of these shades I wasn't very impressed by, so that's why I'm not reaching for this a lot. Then I have another eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup Revolution Flawless eyeshadow palette, and this is a 32 pan eyeshadow palette. Let me show you this. There we go. That's it. The problem with this palette isn't the blendability or the quality of the shades, it's the shade selection itself. They go on very, very pigmented, they blend really nicely, but some of the shades in here are so identical even though they are on opposite sides of the palette, and in the pan they don't look very much the same, but then you start applying them to your eyes and then, wait, I thought I used two different shades, and then you feel like you haven't. And I also find that these swatch differently from the way they apply to your eyes, which makes it very difficult to select which shades to use. Like, you have to make sure they are very different to even make this work. So this isn't a palette that I really use a lot, but there are a few shades in here that I absolutely adore, which is the only reason why I hung on to it. For lips, I have a couple of products as well. These are both by LA Girl. This is the Matte Flat Pigment Finish Pigment Gloss and the Glazed Lip Paint. The lip paint I hated the applicator of. I can show you that real quickly. This becomes very messy because it doesn't have a sponge tip, but it's just plastic. So when you start applying it, it just goes everywhere, which makes it very messy, which is why this isn't a favorite. And with this one, I just didn't really like the finish of it. It's called a Matte Flat Finish Pigment Gloss, so then you expect it to be matte. And it is slightly matte, but not fully matte. So I'm not sure what this product is trying to be quite honest. Is it a matte liquid lipstick? Is it a lip gloss? Is it... what the hell, you know? I just don't get this product. Then a product that I do really like the formula of, as well as the applicator, but I don't really like the shade. This is the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Stone, this is called. And if you look at the packaging, you're like, wow, that is going to be a really interesting charcoal gray liquid lip. On me, this turns green. And I messaged NYX asking, is that a regular thing? I looked at swatches online with other people, and on a lot of people this pulls a lot more blue toned, it seems. But on me, perhaps it probably has to do with my natural lip color. This turns like a grayish, greenish shade, and it just makes me look like a zombie. Then my final disappointing product is this Bourjois Rouge Edition Soufflé de Velvet lipstick in, what's the shade? Cherry Leaders. And this just looked like a really nice pinky red, but this goes on so sheer. And let me show you this in a swatch. So that's the swatch right there. What this does is once it dries down, it becomes like a jelly finish, which, like, it also has a bit of a gel-like texture when it goes on, but you're expecting it to stay like this. But it actually dries down a bit like a lip stain, but it has this like waxy feel to your lips. I didn't find this comfortable at all, even though the shade is very pretty. If you're going for like a sheer wash of color on your lips, this can be very nice, but I just didn't like the texture of this product at all. Alright, so I hope you didn't mind my slightly negative video here today. I do really hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to see more of me because I upload new videos every single Sunday. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!